You all right, Sarah? She doesn't want to go out. Why, you scared, Molly? What, you scared? There's no water there no more. Look, there's no water. Big old thing like you and you scared? Come on, Sarah, come on in. Did she hurt you a while ago? Come here. Looked like she did. Come here, Sarah. Come on, girl. Come on, y'all. Come on, move back, Molly. Move back. Leave her alone, you're gonna hurt her ear. You're aggressive. My mother and I were here. Her name is Ruth, and she's 80 years old. But 2 weeks ago, they came and they took her off. They rescued her. But I wouldn't leave because of my animals. Molly, stop it. You hurt Sarah. Quit that. Molly, she don't play with her like that. Molly, please don't do that. Molly, stop it. It's over that. It's over the toy. Don't do it over the toy, Molly. You hurt Sarah. Just leave her alone. I'm gonna punish you. Why you did that? She just wants to play with Sarah. This one's Buster. This is Rock. Molly. Sarah. It's Maya. She was burned by people. Mario and Jack. Sarah went to play with him and pulled his eye out. Puff. Prissy. That was Harry's cat. That was my companion's cat. And then Sue's on the table. Dolores. She's a little psycho. That's Harry. Eddie's over here on the floor. And Toby, yeah, he hides when people come. The birds on the porch are JR, Fred, Crystal, and Cindy. Most of them are rejects from other people didn't want them. They had something wrong with them or something. I never had cats before in my life. I'm not a cat person. I only became a cat person when I moved in with my roommate Harry. He was a cat person. He had 2 cats. He died about a year ago today. We were together 33 years. Tomorrow's our anniversary. We've been together 34 years. He died at 11:05, and if he would have lived to midnight, he would have died on our anniversary. I've been here all my life in this area. Through the years, Dr. John lived across the street. Mackie Ravenak is his real name. His father was a TV repairman. Miss Taylor lived in the house next door. Miss Taylor was an old lady with no legs. She died in that house. Died downstairs in that second room. Downstairs. Not upstairs. She didn't die upstairs. Downstairs. She never got upstairs. She didn't have any legs. Friday night, we thought the storm was going to Texas or Florida, where it wasn't coming here. Saturday, the storm, we knew it was coming. So I went out and walked to Walmart, bought all preparations, water, dog food, human food. We parked the car in the neutral ground. That's what people do in New Orleans when the water comes. Neutral ground's the highest point. When the storm finally came through, the chimney next door started coming down. This tree popped up out of the ground, looked like a tornado, picked it up and just turned it around and threw it in the street. The tree in the back popped, fell into the yard, and then, the water started creeping up. You got a little bit to the bottom of the car, but that was about all. But like around 7 or 8 o'clock that night, when the levee broke, it was just like a gush of water coming in. It was like a tidal surge. The water just started shooting in the house. Before we could get out of here, it was already like 2 feet of water already in the house. It came in that fast. Just came in and covered the whole car. You couldn't even see the car for 2 weeks. It just stayed covered up with water. Glass got broke when an airboat was flying through, and he just stopped right on top of my car. And then he punched out the back window trying to move off the car. He didn't know there was a car there. He couldn't see it because of the water. So it was about 6 feet of water altogether. You're going to have 2 of them.
They're that regular, huh? It's like every 5 minutes.
Every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
These are cargo ships. They're a little heavier. You hear they're taking cargo and everything. They're more of a green color. The orange ones are the ones they watch the neighborhood with. He's going this way. It's a cargo. There's another one to come with him. That might be President Bush flying over the city again. It's the military state right now. It's what we're under, like a war zone. It's something you think you're gonna wake up from and it'll be over with, but it just keeps going on. Cops came 2 weeks on September the 11th, broke the window here, came in the house, and then they made my mother go with them because she's 80 years old. You know, she has heart problems and all that, and they figured that because of the smell and all that stuff from the water and everything and all the bad things in the water, they wanted to take her out of here.
Were you worried about where she'd end up?
No, because she's a survivor like me. We're survivors. I know she was one of my cousins, so she's fine.
So you stayed with?
The animals. I'm never gonna leave my animals. She knows I love her. I mean, we fine. Her dog I don't know if I told you that, her little dog just had died about 40 minutes before they came. Baby had died. She has a little poodle. Couldn't bury her for a week because the water was still out here in the front.
Good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Shana Rose of the Big 870 WWL and United Radio Broadcasters of New Orleans. It's now 2:26. Rita intensified to Category 4 hurricane status today with sustained winds of 140 miles an hour. They say it could strengthen into a Category 5 storm with winds of more than 155 miles an hour. New Orleans officials race to prepare for a possible strike from Rita. Experts warn that even a glancing blow and as little as 3 inches of rain could swamp the city's damaged levees. Those dangers have prompted New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin to suspend phased reopening of the city and order a new round of evacuations. The number of dead from Hurricane Katrina now tops 1,000. About 800 of those deaths took place in Louisiana. But residents of New Orleans aren't rushing to get out of the way of Rita. Only one person showed up at the city's convention center today to catch a bus out. Crude oil prices rose more than $1 a barrel early today as oil rigs were evacuated.
Neighbors in the back, their house, I'm sure someone broke into it because the back door is cracked and everything. All I did is, lock the doors, and then, I have all them dogs. That's more protection than anything. Nobody would come in my house with Molly. Molly's very aggressive when she's trying to protect you. One guy came to my door and said that he heard the birds on the porch and he was trying to get in to rescue them, but I don't think so. That's gunfire.
That was just one?
Yeah.
It's not like it was far away though.
Palmyra. There are people living on Palmyra still. He's probably just shooting at people trying to come in his house, I guess. He's got a big old Rottweiler, so I don't think I'd try to go in his house. Okay, the SPCA came with the ATF when they came back the second time to retrieve me. They had a veterinarian to come. He came upstairs and checked my animals and he said they were fine, so there was no reason to remove my animals. And so they asked me again, would I go with them? And I told them I'm not going with them. I told them, I said, you'll have to pull me out of the house, but I'm not leaving my animals. They would have taken my animals. I would never seen half of them again.
Okay, so we got dogs and cats?
Dogs and cats.
Is it a puppy or an adult?
They'd be adult dogs. I have water, but I mean,
Where are they?
got that.
Do you have enough water?
If you have the water, I'll take it, but I hate to take it for you might need it for somebody else.
Let's see.
I
For you and the animals?
mostly, I have plenty of water for myself. I have enough water to last me a week yet. I hate to take your water, but you might need it for somebody else. You sure let me give you some money for it?
No.
No, I can't leave my baby.
You got a second floor? Okay.
Yeah,
Because 4 inches of rain and they said the levees will break again.
I know, but I'm on the second floor.
Okay, just
Yeah, and I have a ladder. I'm prepared. As
What's
long
your
as
name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Okay, well I'm gonna write you down on our list so people will swing by when we can get back.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if they're gonna prohibit us from coming back.
The storm is turning. They said it's going more like towards Texas. Yeah, that's what I told them.
Praying for
Yeah, they said that around 11 this morning. So,
Yeah.
they said that we probably wouldn't have, we'd have rain, but not a lot like they thought at first.
Right.
So
Well, good luck, but we'll put you on our list.
I
so people
appreciate
will
it. Thank
check
you so
by.
much.
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
This is the dog's water here. That's my water, and then I have more water over here.
So have you stayed at this apartment before and waited out a storm?
Yeah, little storms like the one a few weeks ago, and then a couple of years back, a few storms, but never no big storm like this one.
So I mean, you knew you were familiar with what to get exactly.
Yeah, oh yeah, supplies, go pick up water, canned goods, flashlights, batteries, candles, and all that stuff. You assume your electricity will be out 3 or 4 days. I did not think it would be out in 3 weeks already.
So is there anything you ran out of?
Not yet, no.
And how are you able to cook?
Can't cook anything. I just use a portable generator I have in the back hallway if I wanted to warm something in like a little toaster oven or something like that.
Did you get the generator for the storm?
No, we had the generator already. Had it in case electricity went out sometime you need something. Here, let's put a little bit on that mop so it'll kill any odor. No, I haven't left the house. I won't leave until I can come back in. Trying to stay away from the police and everything, trying to keep them putting me out of the house for my animals. Do I get bored? No. Mostly read, clean up, take care of the animals. I took all the wallpaper off and then I did like a little swap to see what it looked like. It's like a light blue, like a teal blue. Now I'm going to try to paint the kitchen. I painted the hallway already white. I just have to put the semi-gloss on it now. I'll always pray at least an hour every day. Same routine I've had for 40 years.
Was Harry very religious?
No. He became a Catholic 3 months before he died. He loved me so much, I guess even after death, he wanted to make sure that we were together. He's always here with me, I can feel him, I know he's here, I know how he is. And I have his ashes upstairs, so that's probably why I don't want to leave too. I wouldn't want to leave him neither. I could take him with me, I'm sure, but it's not the same. He might get wet or fall in the water or something like that, and that's why I probably wouldn't have. And this is our house together. Our life was here, so it's probably why I wanted to stay too. He's probably my true love, my soulmate, I would assume. That's who he was. He was my friend. He wasn't only, my companion. He was my friend. How many people can say they're friends with their companion? Not too many people can. But he was a good friend. A lot of people like to have wakes and all that stuff and look at the body. I don't believe in all that, but a lot of people do. That's just a piece of that person. The spirit of that person's in heaven or wherever, We had a memorial service. He didn't want a funeral. I had the deacon come and the priest come, and we had a little service, and I had different nuns that I'm friends with, and they did different readings and everything. That'd be more what he would want. He wouldn't want you to grieve over him. He'd want you to be more of celebrate his life, not his death. His death was a event of going to heaven. It would be a happy event. It wouldn't be a sad. It's like a nightmare that hasn't ended. It just keeps going on. After 3 weeks, you see how everything is. The city's in such a bad shape. Then I got really scared. I was worried, I got worried about everything. Scared that things are not going to be normal again.